Good evening. So, welcome to DURGASOFT online training. Anyway, already two classes completed, but I don't want to continue immediately. Just let me review whatever we discussed, at least for headings. Okay, sir. Coming to this batch, we are going to learn core Java fast track. Fast track in the sense, don't feel that we are going to reduce the syllabus or we are going to take very fastly. No, sir, it is also just like a normal track only, but instead of 1 day 1 hour per day 1 hour, generally we will take normal classes in that 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, lagging will be there, so around 45 to 50 minutes class will be there if it is a regular. Because it is a fast track batch, we are going to get 1.5 hour. Okay, 1.5 hour class will be there, sir, but a demo session normally will be there. Once if you regularize the class, then it will become 1.5 hour. The timings of this session is 4 to 5:30 every day. 4 to 5:30 we will have the classes. Okay, and 40 to 45 classes is more than sufficient. So with the 40 classes we are going to wind up this course, and fees for this batch is 7,000. This is the contact number. If you are willing to join, you can register by paying the fee, and you can contact to this number. They will provide you the service. Then, sir, what things we are going to cover? I covered very clearly about the syllabus in the last video. Do you remember or not? Part 1 talks only about fundamentals of Java programming. Sir, I want to prepare a simple Java program. What things are required? Suppose you need to read the data from the user. There we are going to talk about input and output statements. So now we need to operate something. We have to calculate addition of three numbers, or I want to calculate factorial of the given number. So we must use looping statements. We have to use operators. So all these things will be covered in this fundamental. So after completion of the fundamentals part, so you should be in very strong in programming. That is especially, so if any task is given for you in the program, so compulsory, so you will be in a position to write the program, sir. So that kind of thing you can expect in part 1. And we are going to purely concentrating on coding questions, coding, how to prepare the program. So for the given requirement, how you can able to provide the solution. All these things we are going to cover in this part 1. And coming to second part, it is a completely object oriented programming, sir. Here we are going to talk about theory parts. Suppose if I want to implement any system, any software, so internally what things are required, how you can able to achieve security, how you can able to achieve reusability concept. So like that, n number of tools are there. So how to work with those tools we are going to see in second part as a object oriented programming. Okay, and these classes will be compared with real time scenarios so that you can able to understand very easily. And in the part 3 we are going to talk about so extra, every programming language is providing some extra benefits, right? So those things here we are going to cover, like exception handling. Okay, multi-threading, regular expression, reflection API, data storage, file handling, and we will see one or two mini projects also on that. So everything will be covered, sir. Okay, then in part 4, what new features came in the Java? Okay, suppose if you take any Java program, so latest versions are releasing day by day. Okay, so what things are there in new Java versions? For example, if we are facing any problem in 1.7 Java version, so those problems and some new features which are required for the modern programming languages, so they have added in 1.8 and they released. So till now the standard version is nothing but Java 1.8, sir. So we are going to cover maximum features which came in 1.8. Then, so we have seen how to define a class. So how to define main method. Okay, and we are going to cover some one small mini project also, like student management system. Next, and after that, what softwares you are required. Okay, if you want to do any Java program, what softwares are required and what are the steps to execute Java program also we have seen, and we demonstrated with some programs also. Okay, after that we have discussed about introduction to Java, who invented Java, all these things, and what are the different types of versions available, from where we can download, all these things we have seen. Now, as a part of continuation for this matter of 1 or 2 minutes, I want to demonstrate main method syntax, sir. Okay, this is nothing but the main method syntax what we have. So don't worry, I will show you now how it is going to implement it. Okay, so yeah, yeah, sir, you can see on my screen, this is nothing but main method syntax, sir. Generally Java program, how it will be. 1 minute, it is loading. Yeah, sir, you can see here the complete Java program we have written. A simple Java program to print a message called hi Java. Sir, how we implemented this, you can see. So what is the meaning of class? It is an object oriented programming language. Hence everything is treated as an object. Even the main method you have to take within the class only. Okay, this entire thing you need to put it inside class only, because it is an object oriented principle. Sir, without this class, is it possible to execute any program? Means no, sir. Okay, so of course some scripting supports are there like JShell, all these things, but not required. We have to write the program inside the class only. Then if you take a test, so test is the class name, any name we can take, so which should starts with always capital letter. Okay, that naming conventions also today we are going to discuss. Then, sir, if you take this public, what is the meaning of public? Public means from anywhere we can access the main method. Suppose if I am declaring the main method, means from anywhere we can access, not only from the client machine. So even you can execute in some other network clients, or in some other operating systems which are connected to the network. So not only in our system, in multiple systems we can execute. Make sure that the syntax of this main method is always strict, that we have to define it as a public. Then, so what is the meaning of static? As Java is an object oriented programming, if you want to touch anything inside the class, compulsory object must be required. Sir, without object is it possible to touch any area inside the class? Means yes, that area is nothing but a static area. Means it is not related to the object. It is an independent statements. Okay, independent activities, independent data. So you can access directly. For that, object help is not required. Best example, if you take any person. Okay, suppose, so I am there here, I'm an Indian. Okay, so my name is nothing but, without my permission you can't ask my name. So without my permission you can't extract my mobile number. Without my permission you can't extract my email ID. But without my permission, that means even if there is no relationship for you and me, if you ask anything regarding what is your country name, definitely I will be in a position to respond. Okay, so to express my country name, so need not be you my as my friend or as my relative or anything. So need not be any communication between you and me. But if you want to get my mobile number, you should be belongs to my reference. Either it may be my student, or it may be my parents, or it may be my colleagues, or it may be relatives, like that. So observe the differences: static data, non-static data. Static data means high security will be there, non-static means security won't be there. Okay, but anyway, sir, main method is not having that much security. Means don't ask that. Main method is just a parting of starting the program. If you want to turn on the fan, just you have to start the switch. But how it is going to function, it will be depends on the remote controls or any other activities. So here also, so if you are declaring any method as a static, means what? Without without object you can enter into this particular method, sir. That is the benefit what we have. Okay, and these two words, void means what? Which is representing it. The main method, main is a method, generally it returns some value, but unfortunately my Java main method is not going to return any value. That's why we are keeping it as void. But if you take C language or C++ or any other programming language, compulsory main method is going to return some value, where we are going to keep it as something like integer or any other values. But here in Java, it is not going to return any value. Hence, we have to take it as which words are void. And we know main, which is nothing but starting point of the program. Every Java program execution is going to start from main method only, and string array arguments. That's all. nothing more than this. And what about this examples? Have you observed the statements whatever I have given? Without object we have to access main method, hence it is called a static method. And if you take this void, return type is empty. And if you take this main is the starting point of any program. What about this string arguments? String arguments, sir, the inputs are stored in arguments array of type string. Okay, now what is this system.out.println, sir? It is an output statement in Java. There are three types of output statements are there, sir. Anyway, in future maybe one or two classes I am going to talk about this print ln, which is used to print in new line. System.out.print, so which is used to print the statement and it won't transfer the control to next line. System.out.printf, okay, which is going to print in C language format. And I told very clearly there are two ways of executing your Java program. One is nothing but this one, which is recommended, and the second one is this one, which is not recommended. Okay, sir, what is the first way? Suppose if you have written any program, it is always good programming practice to save that file in an appropriate location by taking the class name. What is this class name? What is this program's class name? Test, sir. That's why it is always recommended to save the file with test.java. Okay, test.java. So that what happens, if you want to compile the program, okay, if you want to compile the program, we can compile by taking java c space test.java. Okay, we can compile the program by taking java c space test.java. If you want to execute java space test, but you can save this file with any name, need not be test. You can save with any name. In this example I have saved the file with prakash.java. Okay, but make sure at the time of compilation we have to use java c space file name dot java, but at the time of execution we should not use a file name, we have to use a class name. That's why to avoid confusion, it is always a good programming practice, sir, to take a file name and a class name as a same. So then there are two cases are there. First case, sir, if a class contain, if a Java program contains more than one class, then what we have to do, sir, it is always recommended to take the class which contains main method, the class name which contains main method. Suppose if all classes contain main method, means it depends on you, sir, which main method is important for you, from which main method you are going to start the program. So that only you have to take. And there is a rule inside a Java application, you have to define only one main method. Multiple main methods are not allowed. Even if you take, there won't be use for anything, there won't be any use for that. Okay, this is nothing but so how you can able to express a simple Java program, I think it is very clear for you people, right? Sir, do you have any doubts up to this? The people who didn't understand in the previous class, I think now you got the clarity, sir. Please confirm. Is it clear? Yes, Bhavana, Indumati, Kalpesh, Venkatalakshmi, Trinath Reddy, Varsha. Very good, sir. Now, directly, I'm going for one small concept to demonstrate. Okay, one small concept. I think we have seen that error message also. What kind of error we are getting? Yeah, here we observed. I have taken the class name as a Friday, but the file name I have saved it as so prakash.java. In such cases, if you compile java c space friday.java, we are getting file not found error. And you can compile by taking prakash.java, but if you are running prakash, then it is returning error saying could not find or load the main class Prakash. Okay, so I have given a note also. It is highly recommended to take the file name and the class name as the same. And what is the note I have given? The syntax of commands java c space file name dot java, java space class name. Okay, this is nothing but what we discussed in the last videos, sir. So now coming to this next concept, what we are going to discuss. Sir, I want to go with a small concept, of course, which we are going to discuss later, but let me give, because it is a demo session, that's why I'm giving in between. So output statements, what are the different types of output statements are there? Okay, but before that, let me go with the data types, because from that you will get clarity. So what is mean by data types here? As the name itself explains that what type of data we are going to use will be represented by data types. Sir, I have a container is there. I have a small container is there here. In this container, I want to take some fruits. I want to take some fruits. Yes, no problem. You can take fruits here. Okay, then it will become a box or it is a container. Okay, so is it possible to take these kind of fruits inside a water bottle or inside a can? No, sir. Because so for specific type of objects, specific containers we are going to use. In the same way, in Java also, data types are there. Data type represents the type of the data that we are using in our program. It represents the type of data. Okay, it represents the type of data that we are using inside Java program. Okay, sir, generally the following the following are the top level the following are the top level data types supported by almost all the programming languages. You can take any programming language, maximum these will be the data types supported, sir. What is the first one? Integers. Okay, what is the second one? Sir, floating point values. Okay, the third one is nothing but characters. Okay, the fourth one is nothing but boolean values. Like this we have, sir. Okay, so what about integers, sir? What kind of data is considered as an integer? Sir, I can say minus infinite to plus infinite. Suppose if you are coming from mathematics background, of course everyone knows mathematics. Sir, minus infinite to plus infinite means what? So huge number of values which can't be represented. Okay, in the negative, if you take a number scale, in that one side negative numbers will be there, in another side positive numbers will be there. So to store these numbers from minus infinite to plus infinite, we are using the terminology called integers. Okay, we are using the terminology called integers. Sir, what about floating point values? What about floating point values? Suppose if I want to represent height of the student, candidate or a person, 5.2. Okay, sir, 5.7. So like this we are representing, right? Even if I want to represent, okay, what you can call, in petrol price, have you observed? So in my area, the petrol price is nothing but a 110. Okay, 110.5 to something like this they are keeping. So what kind of data it is nothing but floating point values, sir. Okay, so which is represented in the form of point representation. Then, so what about the characters? Trust me, here in C language we have ASCII coding technique is there, but here Java supports Unicode characters, sir. Okay, Unicode characters, total 35,535 characters are there. So all these characters universal in the total entire world. What are the alphabets, or what are the symbols, what are the language identifiers which we have? Everything they collected. Okay, you can observe English alphabets, Tamil alphabets, Chinese alphabets, everything will be there, sir. Okay, of course we can use some printable characters. Some of characters we are not going to use here. So for that, separate tools will be there. Then, sir, what about boolean? Majority of the people are going to feel characters means only small a to small z and capital A to capital Z. No, sir, 0 to 9 also considered as a character. Okay, special symbols like opening bracket will have some ASCII code. So ampersand symbol will have some ASCII code. Like that, every symbol is represented in the form of character only. Among that, these are digits, comes under number. Okay, so by combining these digits we can frame an integer. By combining these digits we can frame a floating point. Okay, remember carefully. Sir, what about boolean values? Sir, there are some kind of questions like yes or no type of questions. So are you having interest to continue this batch? Means what answer you can expect? Yes or no. Are you married? Yes or no. Are you eligible for vote? Yes or no. Okay. Are you having coffee? Yes or no. So do you know these type of values are called as boolean values? But I told yes or no, right? But that is technically written as true or false. With respect to programming, we are going to use true or false. Okay. Sir, these data types are called as primitive data types. Primitive data types, remember carefully, primitive means fundamental data types. So these are, remember carefully, very very important, these are not objects. Very very biggest drawback what we have, sir. Then I told, right, in Java different versions we have. Sir, what Java people decided is, array, we have data types are there in Java, but all these data types are not objects. But daily, if I want to prepare any project in Java, the first word and the last word which I am using is always object. But how I can able to deal without objects, without this? So I want to take this, but I need an object representation. That's why in Java 1.5 version okay, sir, they came up with a new concept called wrapper classes. What is mean by wrapper classes? Converting converting okay, so primitives, converting primitives into objects. So is the concept of wrapper classes. But you know, in the same version itself, they have make it as automatically. So Java will do this process. Okay, sir, automatic conversion of a primitive to object is called as something like auto boxing. Maybe you have heard about this word. Sir, converting object into primitive is called as auto unboxing. Okay, like this we have beautiful concept is there, sir. Even you need not to write any code, automatically it will take care. Okay. Anyway, we have separate concept is there for wrapper classes. There we will talk about this. So this is nothing but what we have about data types and how we can able to represent these data types. Hope it is very clear for you people. So do you have any doubts up to this, sir? Please confirm. Is the fundamentals concept. So I'm not entered in detail into this, just the basics I covered. Clear, right? Right. And one more thing, yes. And one more thing, sir, do you know, uh, if I want to take just one simple example, I am taking example number one. Okay, sir, otherwise directly I will take example. Sir, I have one value is there like a is equal to 10, and another value is there b is equal to something like this. Like this I have. Sir, my question is, so which variable, okay, which variable, okay, will take more time and space, okay, for accessing or storing? Could you please confirm which one is going to take more time to access and which require more space to store? A or B? Please confirm. Excellent. So B is going to take more time to access, more space is required. The reason, the reason is nothing but, sir, it is having huge content. Okay, do you know? So for these reasons, all the data types are divided into based on the ranges. So the first one what we have here is, we have integers are there, right? In the integers, we have different subtypes are there, sir. The first one is called as byte, the second one is called as a short, third one is integer, fourth one is long. Similarly, coming to floating point values, so these values are nothing but the float is there, and then double is there. So coming to characters, so characters we don't have any division, only one type is there, which is nothing but a char, sir. Okay. Similarly, booleans are there. So how many types are there in the boolean? There is only one type, which is nothing but boolean. Okay. So if anyone is asking how many data types are there in Java, means please make sure that you have to use these 8. So there are 8 data types are there: byte, short, integer, long, so float, double, character, and boolean. Total how many data types are there, sir, in Java? 8 primitives data types. 8 primitive data types are there. Remember these words. Of course, for every data type we will discuss in detail. So we are going to cover the attributes related to the data types. Which attributes we are going to cover? Sir, what is the name of the data type? Okay, what is the name of the data type? What is the keyword that you are using to represent that data type? What is the size of the data type? What is the range of the data type? And you told what is the wrapper class for that? And what is the default value? If you are not providing, what default value it is going to take? Okay. And what is the wrapper class name? Of course, in detail about that wrapper classes we will discuss later. So for every data type I am going to cover these properties, sir. So what is the first one that we have? Byte is there. Okay, byte is there. So for that, these properties. Okay. Similarly, for short, we are going to cover these properties. So for integer, we are going to cover these properties. Similarly, for long integer, we are covering these properties. Okay. So similarly, for floating point, we are going to cover these properties. So similarly, for double, we are covering these properties. Okay. So similarly, for character, we are covering these properties. Similarly, last Boolean. Let me talk one by one. Sir, what about a byte? Sir, the name of the data type, you know very well, it is nothing but a byte, sir. Which keyword we are using for this? Sir, byte is the keyword. So make sure keywords we will discuss in maybe tomorrow's session or today's session. So the keyword which we are using. So by using this only, we have to define this byte, sir. Then what is the size of the data type? The size of this byte data type is nothing but it will occupy 1 byte. What is the range? Sir, in the previous programming languages like C, C++, all these things, so you have to remember what is the minimum value and what is the maximum value of these data types. But coming to Java, no need to remember, because we can write a program for that also. Okay. So let me take one simple Java program. So already the programs are stored in my folder like C drive. Okay, there Prakash classes are there. So test.java is there, right? So here I want to take a system.out.println. There is one wrapper class is there. Okay, there is one wrapper class is there. So what is that wrapper class here is byte. So variable, I mean, data type means we have to type it in lowercase letters. Okay. And object means we have to, class means we have to take first letter as a capital letter. So byte dot min underscore value we can take, which will return minimum value of the byte data type. Similarly, you can take max value. Now I want to compile this program. Okay. I want to compile this program. Sir, you know very well, we are opening the command prompt to compile the program, and cd backslash cd space Prakash classes. Sir, I forgot. Could you please tell me which command we have to use to compile the program? I need complete syntax, sir. Okay, don't take a test class. I need syntax. Which syntax we are using to compile the Java program? Could you please post it on chat window, friends? Yes, everyone, please participate actively. Very good. So Java C file name dot java. Okay, java c space file name dot java. I'm taking Java C space. What is the file name? Test. So I'm taking Java C space test.java. The program is going to compile and I want to run the program Java space test. Sir, you can see minus 128 and plus 127. That means if you want to store the values, then what is the minimum value, sir? Minus 128. To what is the maximum value, sir? 127. In between this, if you want to store any data, then we have to go for this range. So what is a wrapper class? What is a wrapper class? The wrapper class name already we have seen. Byte is the wrapper class which is used to store byte value, sir. And what is the default value? Because it comes under integer family, the default value is nothing but 0, sir. The default value is nothing but 0. Okay, I think the properties, the attributes which are related to this byte is very clear for you people. Sir, please confirm if it is okay. I will go with remaining things. Please confirm, is it clear for you up to this? Yes. So I think it is very clear for you. Now let me go with the short. So the name of the data type is a short only. The keyword name is also short. What is the size? Sir, my byte is going to take 1 byte, but this short is going to take 2 bytes, sir. Okay, what about range? What about range? Yes, we have the program, so no need to remember. Directly we can take short dot minimum value and short dot maximum value. Predefined short class is there which provides this feature. Now you can compile and execute. Sir, minus 32,768. Okay, minus 32,768 to plus 32,767 is the range of the data type, sir. So which wrapper class we are using for this purpose? Which wrapper class we are using for this purpose? So short is the wrapper class. What is the default value? Okay, what is the default value? Since it is also comes from integer family, the default value is nothing but 0, sir. Okay, sir, let me go to the next one. Integer. For integer, the name of the data type is, we will use it as integer. The keyword is nothing but int. Size, it is going to be occupied by 4 bytes. What is the range? Sir, for this we are going to write the program. And don't feel that it is only int. We have to take the complete name integer. For this integer and a character, the complete name you have to take, but in the keyword we have to represent like int and char. That's all. Okay, let us compile the program and see what happens, and let us execute the program. Sir, this is nothing but the minimum value. Okay, this is nothing but the minimum value, and this is nothing but the maximum value what we have. Okay, this is nothing but minimum value and this is nothing but maximum value what we have. And what is a wrapper class for that? The wrapper class is nothing but integer. Full-fledged name you have to take. And what is the default value? 0 is the default value, sir. Okay, 0 is the default value. So what about long? What about long integer? So the long integer name is nothing but a long integer, and the keyword is nothing but simply long. What is the size, sir? It is going to occupy 8 bytes. And what about range? Sir, a big value we will get definitely. Maybe it is not possible for us to pronounce also. Okay, so let me execute and we will copy paste. Oh, a big value came. This is nothing but the minimum value what we have, and the maximum value same thing will be there. At last you have to -1 and then this one. Sir, what is the wrapper class name? Long. What is the default value? Since it is also an integer, I am taking 0. Sir, one small application I want to talk about this. Sir, do you remember, if I want to represent any mobile number, okay, if I want to represent any mobile number, you have seen our admin mobile number I have given here, right? So let me copy this number. Okay, so here I am pasting. This is nothing but the mobile number. So which data type is required to hold this particular number? So in the integer, let me take max value. So is it possible to accommodate? Of course, it is also having 10 digits length. It is also having 10 digits length. No problem, it can accommodate. But make sure that up to 21 something only we can able to take. Up to two digits, up to two characters in the first. That means the mobile numbers which are begin with 1 and the mobile numbers which are begin with 2. So only we can able to accommodate. We can't accommodate this. To accommodate this, which data type you have to take? Long integer. See here, is it possible to store? Yes, why can't? Okay, even in future, if mobile number size is increased, no problem, my Java long int is having support for this purpose. Okay, so this is nothing but how you can able to represent integer data types what we have in Java. Okay, so remaining floating point data types double we will cover within few minutes. But please confirm this integer family, is it clear for you? Why, when we have to choose which data type is also clear, I think so for you people. Please confirm any doubts up to this, sir. Right, friends. So coming to floating point, so what are the different types of floating point values? So the name what we have here is a floating point. Sir, keyword float is the keyword. What is the size? It is going to occupy sorry sir, it is going to occupy 4 bytes. What is the range? Sir, range anyway, it will not be in our understandable format, because the representation used for float and double is completely different when compared with integers. That's why, so we may not aware of this, but just try to understand what we have. Okay, 1.4 e to the power minus 48 exponential form, they will represent these things in scientific notation. The value of e here is a tensor 10. Okay, so this is the one value and this is another value, like this we have. So what is the wrapper class name? Float is the wrapper class. Default value, if it is integer it is 0, if it is a floating point 0 0.0. Then sir, what about a double? It is called as a double only. The keyword is also double. The size is nothing but it is going to occupy 8 bytes. The range, sir, what is the range of this one? So the range is calculated just by taking double dot min and then double dot max. Let us execute. Sir, you can see here we got a bigger value. Okay, right? 4.9 e to the power minus 324. Okay, to 1.7 something like e to the power 308. So what is the wrapper class name? Double is the wrapper class name. And what is the default value? 0.0 is the default value. So what about the character? Okay, so what about the character? So the name of the data type is, we will take it as a character, and the keyword used to represent is a char. So what about the size? Sir, size is going to occupy 2 bytes. See, when compared with c language and c++ are going to use 1 byte to store the character data, because c and c++ are going to support only ASCII code format. Total we have, so 256 ASCII values are there. That's why it is sufficient, sir. But when coming to the Java, so I told right, it is going to support the Unicode of a character format. In the universal, total how many characters are there, everything we need to take. That's why it is going to provide support for Unicode characters, and range is also minimum maximum won't be there. But in our understanding format, we can say 0 to 65,535. Okay, so these many characters, in the characters negative numbers positive numbers won't be there, sir. Okay, then coming to wrapper classes. So character is the wrapper class what we have, and I want to show you one small proof, sir. What is the benefit of this what you can see uh, wrapper class character? Okay, so let us see. Just 1 minute. Yeah, sir, you can see here I'm taking java p java dot lang dot character. This is the character wrapper class what we have. Sir, you can see what support my Java is providing if it is a wrapper class. Okay, I told it is a wrapper class. Sir, is the character which you have given, is it a space? Okay, is it a white space? Sir, what is the type of that character? Okay, sir, next is it possible to convert so to uppercase, sir, to lowercase? Okay, sir, is it a Java identifier starts? Is it a alphabetic word? Okay, is it a letter or digit? Okay, sir, is it in title case? Is it in lowercase? Like n number of supports will be there. Okay, I think you got the clarity. And sir, you can see directionally undefined. Okay, error message, everything is there here. Okay, minimum value, maximum value, like that. Sir, are you seeing static? Static means what? Object is not required. That's why in our program also I never created object for double. So if you want to get min value, it is not a private property. Anyone can access the minimum value of double as a programmer. That's why it is declared as a static. So without object you can call, but some methods will be there, sir, that is not static. You can see here. hmm, oh, here every method is a static. That's why there won't be an issue. So there are some methods without a static. You can see here. Is it a static method? No, sir. Public int compare to. It is not a static method. So if you want to touch this method, compulsory you have to create object for which class. So this data belongs to character class, right? That's why you need to create object for character class. Hope it is very clear for you people. Then, so what will be the default value? The default value is always empty character. Remember carefully, the default value is always empty character, sir. Okay, so this is nothing but what we have. Hope it is very clear for you people. Sir, do you have any doubts up to this? Yeah, please feel free to ask. Clear, right? Requesting every student to please respond. Right, friends. So now the next thing what we have here is boolean. So the name is boolean. The keyword used to represent is also boolean. The size what we have. Okay, the size what we have here is, sir, do you know size is not applicable? Size is not applicable for boolean. Sir, for boolean data type, you can't ask size, sir. So okay, and what about range? So range is nothing but is also not allowed. So it is also not applicable. Wrapper class name is there. So I can say range is not applicable, but the allowed values, okay, but the allowed values are true and false. Other than this, we can't take any other values. So what is the default value? false is the default value. That means if you don't have anything, then it will take by default as false. So this is nothing but what are the various data types supported by our Java. Okay, if anyone is asking, we have 8 data types are there. You need to give all these names: byte, short, integer, long, so float, double, character, and boolean. Remember carefully. So sizes, all these things need not to be remembered, but if you remember, it will be well and good, but don't remember that range. If any interview person is asking, could you please tell me what is the range of this one, means directly you can tell, sir, need not be to remember these things. Okay, directly we can say. Clear? Yes, any doubts up to this? Right, sir. So next, coming to output devices. Okay, output formats. I want to talk about input and output statements. So anyway, I will talk about input statements later, but let me cover output statements. What are the different types of output statements supported by our Java? Okay, sir, the following are the following are the three types of output statements supported by, okay, supported by Java. So what is the first one, sir? I told already in the diagram you have seen system.out.print. The second one system.out.println, and the third one is system.out.printf. Like this we have three types. So let me talk directly with respect to the program, sir. So first one, system.out.print. So system.out.print of. So I'm taking Java here. Okay. Then so system.out.print of. I'm taking Python here. Now let us compile this code and let us run the code. Java C test.java I am taking. Java space test I am taking. Sir, have you observed, is this data came in a single line or different lines? In a single line, sir. This is the problem what we are having with the print. So it is same as general printf statement in C language. How C language printf statement is going to work? Same. So if we want to transfer, the control to next line, okay, sir, we have to use, there is one special character is there, sir. Could you please post it on chat window? By using which character we can direct to the next line? Anyone remembered? Very good. So we have to use /n. Yeah, correct. Lakshmi and Varsha, very good. So manually if you want to transfer the control to the next line, sir, /n we have to use. Okay, then what happens, it will be printed in new line. Okay, sir, is it a risky process or not? Every time, sir, it is a programmer's headache to take /n. Okay, to overcome that problem, they have introduced a /n for every print statement, so that what will happen, my Java is going to print this Java on the console, and automatically it will transfer the control to next line. No need to stay on the same line. But /n, we can't take method name with special characters. That's why they replaced that slash with L. Similarity is there, right? That's why. Okay, now what happens, no need to use /n. Automatically the data is going to be printed in next line. Okay, this is nothing but what we have about system.out.print and system.out.println. Fine. Sir, what about system.out.printf. What about system.out.printf? If you want to print a simple message, then you can write like this. It will print that message on the screen. But here, with respect to data, if you are talking, then definitely there will be a change. So what data means what? Sir, here consider I have one integer variable is there. Okay, one integer variable is there. Integer, sir, w is equal to something like 10. So then I have a floating point value is there. Let me take, in the place of a float, I will take a double x is equal to 1.23 is there. Then so character y is equal to something like I have some s is there. Okay, then sir, boolean z is equal to something like false is there. So I want to print this data in C language style. No problem. You can take system.out.printf slash n. I'm taking because we don't have any option to transfer the control to next line manually. Sir, if you want to print integer value, you know very well we are going to use percentage D. To print integer value, we have to use which symbol, sir? Percentage D is used for to print integer values. Sir, percentage F to print float or double. Sir, we can use percentage 2 to print a character. But for boolean, I think we don't have anything. But here you can take percentage B to print boolean. Okay, let us see. Sir, W, X, Y, and then Z. Z is of type boolean. It is of type character. It is of type float. Here we have to take X, Y, and then Z. Let us compile this code first of all. Is it going to compile or not? Yes. If you run the program, sir, you can see what output we are going to get. W is equal to 10. Sir, here you have given only 1.23, but accurate value it has been printed. And yes, and this one is nothing but false. Excellent. This is nothing but how you can able to print, sir. But sir, one more conclusion I want to provide for you people. What is that conclusion is, sir, whenever you are taking like this, sir, I can take like this also. 1 minute, sir. In the place of C, I want to take capital C. In the place of B, I want to take capital B, so that you will see, you will get shock in the output. Sir, have you remembered? Sir, we got a small s, but whenever we are using capital C, we are getting the data in capital letter. And here boolean value we got a false, but here immediately we got in capital letter. So this is nothing but what benefit we have. So of course it is not required, but just for your exploration purpose I am telling. Like this we can do. Sir, even if you want to print any string, okay, if you want to print any string s is equal to, consider I have Prakash is there. How to print? Sir, your name is equal to percentage s comma yes, we can print. 1 minute. Yeah, sir, you can take the same statement like capital S. If you take capital S, what will happen? That name will be printed in uppercase. Okay, this is also one of the tool what we have. Okay, so hope you got the complete clarity. So how to work with these output statements? So total there are three output statements are there. One is system dot out dot print, second one is system dot out dot println, third one is system dot out dot printf. So printf is depending on C language. Println and print are introduced in Java only. So highly recommended to use system.out.println, because we are learning the programming. That's why we need to learn what are the various possible ways are there. Beyond that, nothing is there. Sir, could you please confirm, do you have any doubts up to these, friends? Right, sir. Now, just yeah, sir, have you seen this Java installation video? Please confirm. I think I didn't explain the installation video, right? Please confirm. No, right. Sir, from today, you have to start practicing the programs. Okay. Sir, we have programming assignments I will give anyway. Just we have some website is there with name Hacker Rank link. So in that, just we are going to give assignments for you people. Just what you have to do is you need to log in into that particular website. I mean, with the given URL, you need to log in into that particular URL, and from that you can practice, sir. Okay, from that you can practice. Yeah, sir, you can see here, of course these are test based things. Just I am trying to explain. So implement a program to check whether the given number is even number or odd number. We will have constraints, so we will have some predefined inputs and outputs also. So here it is your task to implement the program. You need to select Java and you have to write the program, and you need to run to check whether any error is there or not. If everything is fine, you have to submit. So just for demo purpose I am showing this. Of course we are going to talk about this in our further classes. We will provide a separate link, sir, where you can solve assignments. I told, right, you are going to get 100 assignments. All the assignments will be available in this only. Okay, right. So next and after that, okay, next and after that, so yeah, almost that's all. Yeah, I need to play that installation video. So before coming to the next class, try to install Java software into your machine. So my recommendation is Java 18 is the latest version, but before that, better to install Java 1.8 also. Okay. So try to install both the versions. So because we will get some benefits in 1.8. It is a benchmark, sir. That's why. But even if you have 1.8 18 version also, no problem. All 1.8 features will be work in 18 version. So now I will play the Java installation video, so please kindly watch it. And before coming to the next class, you have to install that Java in your mission, sir. Okay, so I request everyone, before coming to the next class, try to install. Okay, try to install. Anyway, this video also will be uploaded in the YouTube, so hence no problem, you can watch with free. Okay. Java installation. 1 minute, 1 minute, please wait. So installation of Java 18 software. Okay. Please wait, sir. It is going to play. Yeah, sir. Please confirm. Is audio is coming from this file? Today's session want to demonstrate
Please
how
confirm,
to
is audio is
install
coming from this
Java
file?
latest version into our system. Okay, so first of all we need to check whether Java is installed in our system or not. Sir, how to check whether Java is installed in our mission or not? Very
Okay,
simple,
right.
just to
So
open
again, I am
command
going to
prompt
play from the
in
beginning.
the
So
how
try
to
to watch this video. I will be on mute, sir. Okay, for a few. Don't leave the meeting.
evening students. In today's session I want to demonstrate how to install Java latest version into our system. Okay, so first of all we need to check whether Java is installed in our system or not. Sir, how to check whether Java is installed in our mission or not? Very simple, just to open command prompt. In this you can type one command. So we know very well Java C is the command which is used to check, I mean, which is used to compile the Java program. First, we have to type Java C and press enter. Suppose if you are getting this error saying Java C is not recognized as a internal or external command, okay, then make sure that your Java is not available, not installed in your mission. Now we have to install this Java software into our mission, sir. So if you want to install, we have to go to Google. Okay, first we have to open Google, sir. In that Google, so just to go to Google and try to search for Java, sir. Okay, try to search for Java. You can find Oracle website is there. Have you observed here? Oracle.com. This is nothing but the website. Now you can see Java 18 and Java 17 both are available now. Now I want to select Java 18. Sir, which operating system you have? So corresponding file you have to download. Make sure that my system is Windows supporting. That's why I am selecting Windows. In that we have multiple installers are there, but we will always recommend, sir, x64 installer, where you can find exe file will be there. Sir, the total size of this software is 153 MB is there. Just click on that, automatically the download is going to be started. Okay, sir, we have to wait for few minutes, because once if the download completes, then only we can able to do that. Okay, so we have to wait for few seconds, sir. Please wait. So almost downloading has been completed. Yes, so directly you can click on this. So automatically what will happen, the installation is going to be started. Okay, or else you can go to that specific folder. Okay, so just to double click on that software, just to double click on that software. So automatically the installation is going to be started, sir. Okay, automatically the installation is going to be started. So it requires some time. Okay, it will ask for administrative permission, all these things. Once if you provide permission, then only the installation is going to be continued. Yes, I'm clicking yes. So now automatically the installation is going to be started. So again it requires some time, so just we have to wait. Okay, yeah. So whenever you are getting like this, welcome to the installation wizard of sir for Java standard edition development kit 18. Click on next. So it will ask for the folders. Let it be the default folder and click on next. So automatically the installation is going to be completed, nothing more than that. Okay, so updating component registration, everything is going to done automatically. Just we have to wait and see, that's all. Yeah, now you can able to see, sir, installation has been success. How to check this? Again open the command. So here I'm going to type the command called Java C. Sir, are you getting some commands or not? Yes. So previously, okay, so I'm shifting to D drive because I need to check a sample program. So previously, have you observed in the old versions of Java, Sir, compulsory we have to set the path. But in the latest version from Java 16 onwards, no need to set the path. I am going to run this program. So class test I am taking. So I want to save this file in D drive, sir. I want to save this file in D drive. Let me take the file name as a test.java. Now I want to compile this program. How to compile? Java C, you can take test.java. Yes, successfully the code executed. Java space test. Sir, even you can run the program by using so java space sir file name dot java. Okay, like this also you can do. So it will do both compilation and execution, sir. It is also the latest version of Java is going to support these things. This is nothing but how to install Java software into mission and how you can able to execute a simple Java program. And the Java which we installed is nothing but Java 18. The same step you have to use for upcoming Java versions or lower Java version like Java 17 also. Same thing, sir. Same thing you have to take. Okay. Yeah. This is nothing but how you can able to install Java software. Just a sample demo. Thank you, friends. Right. So I think it is very clear for you people, right? So any doubts in this installation process, please confirm. Right, sir. So try to practice the programs, try to install at least while coming to the next class. So you should be in very perfect with at least one program, sir. Okay, that's what I'm expecting from your side. Okay, so see you tomorrow.